Alright guys, here is a 42-inch universal hugger ceiling fan that is installed in the pool room of my house. This fan is a very big childhood fan, and I'll try to explain the story as briefly as I can. But my grandfather used to own a gas station, and his house was behind it. And he had 3 of these in his house, and he also had Crompton Greaves in his house too. But he had a stroke in, I think, 2006, and the house was left abandoned. So unfortunately, after it's abandoned for a while, scrappers break in, bad people break in and steal stuff. And scrappers, they don't really care. So I guess they targeted these fans sometimes. And scrappers, what they do, they don't take down fans very nicely. They just try to rip them down out of the ceiling. So one of these was in the family room, and I guess a scrapper tried to rip it down, but he didn't take the fan down. He just ended up tearing off some of the blades. That was about it. Just tried the same thing with the Crompton Greaves, and the same exact thing happened. The motor was still hanging in the ceiling, but the blades broke off. But after, like, me and my dad, we always went there just to look around, because we practically owned it. So it was a cool place to go around. It's an abandoned place, and we're kind of exploring. And I remember I was seeing these fans when I was little, but I couldn't get them or anything because A, I didn't know how to take down ceiling fans, and B, the floors in the bedrooms were dilapidated, and I really couldn't even step in there without risking falling through the floor. So these fans are pretty much left out to dry. So over the years, conditions got worse and worse. One of them that was in the bedroom fell, and I remember seeing it through the bedroom doorway, dangling, and I guess the next time I went there after that, I guess somebody broke in and stole it. Then there was one of these in the other bedroom, which looked exactly like the one you see here. That's kind of what I modeled it off of. Had the same exact light bulbs, the tubular bulbs, sorry about that. And the same exact pull chains, although I think the light chain had a string attached to it. Then there was the Crompton Greaves, and then there was another one in the family room with the broken blades, which I actually was able to get that one out, because the floors were concrete in there. So I have that one in storage, but yeah. So pretty much the house was sold, or the whole entire garage, gas station, and end house. That was sold about 4 years ago, and there was only one fan left in there, and it was the one that looked just like this in one of the bedrooms. The blades were droopy, and I remember seeing it for the last time. It was almost like you're holding candy in front of a little kid, because I was maybe 16 or 17, and I could totally take down fans back then, but I couldn't even go in the room because I would fall through the floor. That was my main worry. But that unfortunately got left at the house, and actually the house was sold, and just about a month ago, September 21st, they tore down the house actually with the fan inside, which is kind of sad seeing it go. But oddly enough, 2 days later on Craigslist, one of these pops up for $16, so I bought it. So this is what I got. Here's the light. There it is. This one's from 1989. I think it's January of 1989. There's one difference between this one and the ones that are in the house. This one does not have a hole or pass-through hole for the electrical wires from the ceiling. The mounting brackets is flat. There's no hole for the wires to go through. But it's whatever. Low speed. Does hum a little bit, but it's okay. I think some of the blade screws are a bit loose. I also remember seeing these around other people's houses when I was little too. My aunt, or my great aunt, she had 2 of these in her kitchen. Those have since been replaced, but I think they're in her basement. I think they're actually installed in her basement now. I'll have to go over there at some point and check. And then when my grandfather passed away, the place where the luncheon was for the funeral actually had 2 of these. So it was really ironic and surprising, but it's alright. But this one actually, the one you see here, those globes are actually from the one I actually took out of the old house. The one that I got off Craigslist, right here. This one came with different globes, but I just took the ones that I had that matched my childhood version and put them on this one. So, it's medium. I know this video is probably very confusing because you have to really be in the story to know it, but I try to tell stories the best I can. But yeah. It's definitely one of my top 5 childhood fans. Doesn't do a great job because it's so close to the wall, but it still does a fair job. I might reverse it actually soon just to get some more air moving around the whole entire room. And here's high. I always kind of wanted to do this because it's an oddly placed fan. It's all the way at the end of the room, which I always thought was kind of cool. Had a Minuet 2 up here before this. That was up for about a month, but I got this, so I replaced it. It's one of the only huggers that I have that wobbles, unfortunately, but whatever. I just do a terrible job. It's the slight breeze on high. It wasn't in the best shape. There's a lot of tarnishing on it. This bulb was a little bit different, but it's the only one that I actually had. This globe was cracked when I got it. But I guess my grandfather repaired that at some point in his life. It's off. But this one is really sentimental to me. You know, it means a lot. But it does remind me of my grandfather, because, you know, this kind of resembles his old house, so it's a very, very, very special fan of me. But personally, if this was on Craigslist for $50, I probably would have bought it too, because it means a lot to me. But yeah. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.